the Chuckle Brothers Tree Expedition briefing. We are about to have a vote on day one, whether we choose the good weather or bad weather route. Let us go through the statistics once more.
So here we are on the first day of Gold D.A.V. The last 3 years, all of us have done our bronze and silver, going up to our gold.
It gets harder from here.
It does get harder. We've got a lot of height climbed. Is it over 1,000 metres? 1,600 metres.
Struggled to fit all the stuff in this morning on there, reconsidering my options, and hopefully over the next few days the bag will get a lot lighter.
So the more you eat, the less it weighs. That's the strategy. How are we doing over here? Quick break, get some energy.
Morale is high.
Morale is high. Everyone's happy. We had just done a rather large incline. You can't even see where we just came from. We can see the town where we set off from. And here's our next little short leg. Quite a very steep incline. We chose a very physically demanding route. We thought we'd challenge ourselves, which is definitely worth it. The views are pretty spectacular, and we've still got even higher to go. Very big climb.
Worth it up here though.
We've got some extraordinary poles here. Do you want to tell us about your poles, Jim?
Oh, it's making this an absolute
Definitely a worthwhile addition. We've practically got some rock climbing here. This is what you call gold terrain. Richard is
We're going to have to take the bags off and then pass.
it's all hands and knees. And this, somehow, we've got to scale this practically vertical rock face with rucksacks on. That's going to be a hell of a challenge. So we've decided to take our bags off, a bit of teamwork here, to get our bags up one by one to the top. Lost the words, spectacular. There is a very nice view from up here. That lake does look pretty spectacular.
Right, we have got to the top of our first mountain checkpoint. The view is quite spectacular. I think I've just put. Richard is giving out some Starburst to boost morale. Everyone else is pretty tired.
Still got to get all the way up there.
And then further on to Fetfield over there. Richard's looking as glorious as ever. And that's all do for now.
So this mountain or hill got rocky very quickly. Very uneven terrain. You got to watch your step or you could, twist an ankle. Very tiring. A lot of height climbed. And still more to go. Sun's coming out. Oh, pretty amazing. On the last leg to lunch now. So everyone's in pretty high spirits as we continue on our journey. I got fed up with carrying my jumper around my waist, so I decided to make it into a turban. So we're on the descent of the mountain. Coming down is a nice big lake. It's actually rather steep, and what people fail to forget is going down, descending, is actually just as hard as climbing, because it puts such strain on your ankles and your knees. And the terrain is very, rocky. So as predicted, one of us was to fall. That one of us was me. Cut my thing going for a little bit. Didn't smash my watch. Didn't smash my camera. I should probably put the camera away before I do another fall. So we've decided to come fill up the water. Very, very clear. It looks very, very pure. Just left lunch. Met with the assessors. And a nice little stream here to fill up the water. And we're about ready to set off. Luke has a feeling like he's in Jurassic Park. It is a pretty spectacular valley. We've got a lodge, a waterfall on one side, and some very, very steep cliff faces. There is a lot of waterfalls and water features today. The scenery today is absolutely spectacular. The water features, the climb was 100% worth it. I'm treading a bit light on the edge, trying to get some good shots of the team. Just stepped over the hill and our campsite is now visible. Bit of a steep descent off top of the hill, but now obviously team morale is good. We know that we're not far. So we've got the food all laid out, everyone's cooking. Sam, what are you making this evening?
Well, this evening we're making hot dogs, beef meatballs, biscuits and soup noodles.
The least favourite meals I'm having probably that boil of the bank chilli and boil of the bank meatballs.
Good morning everyone. Here we are, set up from our campsite down the Edinburgh distance. First leg, all uphill. The group is, well, certainly struggling, and it is a very windy day today. It's clear, visibility is pretty poor.
Yesterday, it was a lot easier. Yeah, it's a good mountain leg. Quite a lot of high climb, and very little recorded on the route carding comparison.
As I'm sure you can hear, it's very windy up here, and very misty as well.
45 to 55 miles an hour wind. It's cold.
It's cold.
It's a bit nippy up
It is a bit cold. How are we doing down here? I think that's the general gist at the moment. Everyone's a bit cold. And the weather has cleared up slightly. No more drizzle, but the wind is still definitely very present. It'll do. How does the water taste? Fresh, clean water.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks nice and modern.
Chicken and milk.
No. What's your day been like today, Harry?
Tiring.
Didn't like the hills, did you?
No, never like hills.
Got told this morning. Yeah, it'd be an easy day. Definitely not. Here's Richard. He's your typical 1960s Yorkshireman. There we go. That just sums him up in a nutshell.
Cooking some pasta. We've got the good tent setup here going on. The poncho, which is keeping a little walkway just in case it rains. Good morning and welcome to day 3 of the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Expedition. We are currently sitting aside of Lake Felmere. The footpath has been quite overgrown. Richard looking very sweaty there. It is lunchtime and as you can probably hear, it's quite windy up here. Luke, how you doing?
That was not an easy climb. That was a horrible climb. Very wet. I should never do that again, ever in my life.
The emotions have changed. Cold.
Hope the bad weather tomorrow.
Bad enough to get the bad weather routes.
It's all huge descents, so it's even worse. Knacker up my knees. To be honest, at the moment, it's pretty not very nice. As I can't swear, we'll have to leave it at that.
There is a mountain over there. The rain approaches. I'll have to go inside soon before I get soaked. This be the camp for tonight. Richard has made a monstrosity of a poncho erection. Look at his little smug face in there. Yeah. We are in the middle of nowhere. There is the other team. Miserable as always. Yeah.
This is basically turned into a wild camp. The toilets are so far away, it's not even worth going to.
No.
So it's
We
basically
weren't going to do a wild camp, but we had fun anyway. I'm getting cold, so I'm signing off. Cheerio, goodbye.
It is coming up to 5 o'clock. It is pouring down with rain outside, and the tents are absolutely soaked. The rest of the team are getting into their tents, but it's just absolutely miserable, basically being so cold and wet. And I don't think any of us are going to want to get up in the morning. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow, and hopefully day 4 is a bit more adventurous.
Good morning, fellow people watching us.
Good morning.
This is the last day of our 4-day expedition. And yesterday I was thinking, right, look, all we got to do is get to the last day and it'll be easy. Well, as you can hear from the outside of the tent, it's blowing about 60-mile-an-hour winds, it's pouring down rain, and it's going to be the worst experience of my life.
It is currently 6 o'clock in the morning. I can barely open my eyes. I slept so terribly because the sound of the rain and the wind trying to blow my tent down. I was seriously concerned that this tent was not going to survive. And me and Luke are generally considering the pros and cons of just throwing this tent into the bin and not bother carrying it home. No matter how much it's worth, we don't even think it's worth carrying it back. Oh, it's going to be a struggle today. The rest of the group is outside. We're still debating how to get out the tents without getting the least wet. Oh, it's going to be a struggle. One final push, and I will speak to you all very shortly.
We've climbed a mountain again. Look at the mountain.
As you can see, we have come pretty far. Give us a nice wave, here we go. It's a long way down. The rain has stopped for a bit and the terrain once again is very rocky, and because of the rain we had last night, very, very slippy. But we've come across a nice little cave, or it looks like it would have been a mine entrance when the mining was going on. What's it like in here, Luke?
Very moist.
There is literally a massive cave, and I actually don't even know how far it goes down, and I'm actually quite scared there's going to be someone in there. Taking a short break just to get our energy back. Luke has decided that he's just completely given up with everything and walked physically through rivers, and now he's in a plastic bag. Everything you're ever taught not to do is to get inside a plastic bag. He's come out. Is it like a little oven? You're letting all the cold hot air out. We're going home on the last leg. It's a national trail, so terrain is just, you know, really wide, and there's lots of people around. Here we are. It's the last 500 metres or so. And, Luke has decided to, well, go on out on a bit of a bang. When? That'll do.